You are Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Boston, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Red Sox lost starting pitcher James Paxton to a calf injury in the very first inning. It was downhill from there. Astros complete their series sweep at Fenway, beating the Red Sox 10-2 in the series finale Sunday afternoon. We welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, baseball play-by-play announcer and show host. Spent time in the minors calling games in Batavia, Wilmington, Staten Island, and Aberdeen. 6 college baseball regionals for the ESPN network. Covered the inaugural World Baseball Classic in Tokyo and Scottsdale, Arizona. USA baseball events in Cary, North Carolina, Houston, and in Minneapolis. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to discuss the roller coaster of a season that continues for the Red Sox right now. And right now, it's hard to find a single positive in a season that has been filled with positives. Paxton going to miss time. Who knows for how long? What's that mean when it comes to the next man up? We want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation. Watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, click the comment button. Right now, doomsday scenario. You can also hit us up on the X, formerly known as Twitter, at Lennox on Baseball, with questions and comments. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Supply House. SupplyHouse.com is the reliable way to get parts fast. Shop for your next plumbing, HVAC, or electrical job and get fast shipping from coast to coast at SupplyHouse.com. Astros for the second straight August with a series sweep at Fenway against the Red Sox. Last year was a thrashing. This year, hey, if I could come to your house right now or where you're at and give you a hug, I would. I'd love to look you in the eye and say it's going to be okay. But who knows right now with the Red Sox. James Paxton on the mound to make the start. I said Saturday, after the Astros clinched the series with a victory on Saturday, Paxton needs to go 7. That didn't happen. Leadoff base hit to Altuve. Next pitch, Alex Bregman hits into a double play. Yordan Alvarez, Red Sox killer at Fenway. Ground ball in the infield. Goes as a base hit. Smith could not make the play at first. Where was Paxton? Well, he was about a quarter of the way off the mound going towards the first base snag. Pulled up, right leg injury. As he's walking off the field, you're thinking, oh no, this is bad. He's done for the year. A lot of people on social media playing doctor. Turns out it's a strained calf. It's not a calf pull. If it was a pulled right calf, I'd be thinking he's done for the year. With a strained right calf, who knows how long it's going to be right now? We don't know. Maybe better idea on Monday. But Paxton throws 5 pitches. It's into the bullpen. Lucas Sims is an inning and a third, inning and 2/3 kind of guy. Doesn't really throw above 30 pitches. Hasn't really done that all that often this year. Went back and has looked at his day by day with the Reds. He didn't hit 40 pitches. So you knew he was going to go, hey, he got you through the 3rd inning. Right? He got you where you needed to go. You knew it was going to be a long bullpen. You knew Saturday was a bullpen day. Sims got you through the 2nd. I'm sorry. He gave you 2 innings. And then Bernardino came in. So Sims got you 2 into the 3rd inning. Bernardino, Astros' first run of the game coming on a wild pitch. 1-0 ball game, and you're thinking, where is the offense? And I'm going to get into, you can look at our rundown right there, today's show, mimic the Astros, that in just a moment. But Paxton is down right now. Astros complete the series sweep. 1-0 until the 5th inning. Red Sox hitters, like they were against Arrighetti on Saturday, silent against Hunter Brown on Sunday. Silent. Not really much going on. Brown like Arrighetti. Piling up the strikeouts against Boston hitters. Rafael Devers out of the lineup. Day off. When I first saw the lineup, I'm thinking, oh no, is he going to miss a few days? No, day off. Available off the bench. He wasn't needed off the bench on Sunday. He wasn't needed, right? And in the middle innings, you're thinking, are the Red Sox going to be shut out for the first time in a long time? Well, they got a couple of runs in the 6th inning, but at that point in time, it was 10-0. And at that point in time, in a 10-2 ball game, you've still got 3 innings from the pitchers, and you know Dom Smith is likely getting the 9th inning, and he got that. Paxton, 5 pitches, 2/3 of an inning, down with a right calf strain. He's going to miss time. And right now, it's not to pile on the Red Sox, but throughout the course of that rest of the first inning and going forward, kept thinking, where's Craig Breslow right now? What is he doing? Because they've got to start mapping this out going forward. The Rangers are in town for the next 3. Then it's to Baltimore. Then it's to Houston for 3 more games against the Astros. You can outslug the Texas Rangers over the next couple of days, but you're going to need that. We'll touch on that in segment number 2. But mimic the Astros. This is what you have to do with Craig Breslow going forward. And I think you saw it in the draft in July. You've got to develop your own pitchers. Arrighetti, drafted. And these weren't high draft picks, Arrighetti and Brown. But they've lost a lot of pitchers to injuries. And if they get Verlander back and he can pitch effectively, he's not going to pitch like Justin Verlander of old. He's not going 8 innings and giving up 1 run the rest of the way once he comes back for the Astros. But the Astros have lost a lot of starting pitching, and it's next man up. That's what it is right now for the Red Sox. Couple of names maybe that you're thinking about. It's depleted. It's been the same cast of characters. Luis Garcia added at the deadline from the Angels. He pitched on Sunday. No one's been impressed with him so far. Lucas Sims gave it up on Friday in relief of Houck, then pitched on Sunday. Book is still open and a determination on Lucas Sims. But Luis Garcia hasn't really given you a whole heck of a lot to be happy about right now, right? So all the other cast of characters. Bello is back. He goes on Monday. Sox are going to need to extend their starting pitchers. They're going to need to get quality the next 3 games against the Texas Rangers. The Rangers can hit. Look at the box score today. I don't even think the game is complete. But look at the Rangers and Yankees series finale in the Bronx. The Rangers are going to give up runs. So maybe the hitting gets back in line over the next 3 games. And it's similar to what the Orioles are. But the Orioles basically are a division-leading team right now. The Rangers are not. They're well behind the Mariners and the Astros in the AL West. They got close a couple of times, but they've fallen short, and now they've fallen back even farther. Red Sox took 2 out of 3 from them already. But if you look at the Astros develop pitching, and that's sort of that next thing for Craig Breslow, and that's not going to happen overnight. But the 2 names right now to keep in mind, Richard Fitz and Priester. Those are the 2 guys right now for the Red Sox. Are those guys going to be able to come up and contribute? Those are the 2 guys right now. You might want to give them an opportunity. Priester picked up from the Pirates for York at the trade deadline. Teams, Quinn Priester, not a great first start. He's on the 40-man roster. Fitz is not. But the way you look at this right now, you're the Red Sox, you've already had the cast of characters. You know what's still available. Bailey Horn, Weissert. These guys have all pitched at the big league level, have had short stints of success. Brendan Bernardino, I would imagine at some point soon, he may be on the outside looking in. He's not giving it to you. He's just not. Gave up the 2 home runs, and it went from there. Hey, if you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit us up in the comments section. We're going to go there right now. Who do we got? Andrew the GOAT. Series may have cost the Sox a legitimate shot at a wild card. Andrew's not happy. Red Sox are in some trouble now. They can't beat a good team in the Astros. Yeah, the Red Sox front offices have played good this weekend at all. Yeah, but the Red Sox offices hasn't played good this weekend at all. Not sure what you mean right by that, Andrew, the GOAT. Silver lining. I don't know where it is right now. Every team has hit a bump on the road, but this bump on the road started right out of the All-Star break, dropping 5 of 6 on the road to the Dodgers and Rockies. And I'm tired of saying that. I'm sure you're tired of hearing it. Got to figure out where the pitching comes from. Will Middlebrooks, first Nesson reference. Will, Dave O'Brien in the Nesson booth on Sunday, all weekend long. This just kind of popped in there. So this is off the top. But he mentioned, that waiver deadline, there's only one trade deadline now. It used to be into August. Teams would put players on waivers, and you could still complete trades through the end of August. That's not there anymore. And the teams that are designated pitchers for assignments, they're out there. You add Paxton, a veteran, at the deadline, DFA'd by the Dodgers. You work that out. He doesn't go to Baltimore. He doesn't go to the Yankees. Every team in contention right now could use starting pitching and relief help, right? No team is at full strength. No team is at full strength right now when it comes to pitching. There are a lot of teams out there in contention for a wild card or division title, just like the Red Sox. Same guys going out there game in, game out, pitching 2 out of 3 days. Overexposed? Absolutely. And some of the hitters might be overexposed right now as well. Some of these guys are carrying heavy bats. We'll touch on that coming up in our next segment. Sox drop a tough one. It was a tough weekend against the Astros, who for the second straight year come into Fenway and win all 3 games of a series. Sox swept for the 4th time this season, 2nd time at home, 4th straight loss overall. Sox have dropped 4 of their last 5 and 6 of their last 8 at Fenway. Now 4 games under 500 at Fenway Park, and the Sox are now 24-14 when it comes to the final game of a series against an opponent. Where is the offense? We get into that next. Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Supply House. Get supplies from the site that is made for the skilled trade, supplyhouse.com. Supplyhouse.com is the reliable way to order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done and get the job done right. Shop a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from over 400 top brands and get your order delivered right to your door with fast shipping from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Get expert support and industry-leading service from the friendliest folks in the business. And you talk to a real person every time. Pros in the skilled trades can get a competitive edge by joining SupplyHouse.com's free Trade Master program. Every Trade Master gets access to a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every single order. Join the thousands of trade pros already benefiting from their free membership at SupplyHouse.com/TM. Order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies from anywhere with just a few clicks at SupplyHouse.com. Sox are going to welcome in the Texas Rangers, first of 3 against the Rangers beginning Monday at Fenway Park. Right now, you're looking at this Houston team that just swept 3 in a row. Yordan Alvarez, 3 home runs in the series. Alex Bregman will have the at-bat of the day coming up in just a bit here in this segment. But the Astros now 29-15 over their last 44 and 32 wins over their last 50. This is not a stretch where it's been a week or two. This has gone on now for a while for the Astros. They are right in the thick of it for the AL Western Division title, and they're also in the thick of it now, and I'll touch on this coming up in segment number 3. There are 2 more teams added to the wild card race, the Astros and the Mariners. Hey, we want to acknowledge our everydayers for making Locked On Red Sox postcast and the Locked On Red Sox with Gabby Hurlbut their first listen every day. Rafael Devers' day off on Sunday. He had to sit in the dugout and watch that game, 10-2 the final. Red Sox are now 8-13 since the All-Star break and just cannot get above 500 at Fenway Park. James Paxton, 5 pitches, left the game, right calf strain. We'll see how that goes forward. Mentioned Richard Fitz, not on the 40-man roster, but pitching at AAA Worcester. Mentioned Quinn Priester. Those guys might be the most viable options going forward for the Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox, Bayo away. He'll make the start on Monday. He was away on paternity leave. You'll also have Cooper Criswell right now on the COVID injured list as well. But where are the bats? Where were the bats this weekend? You ran into good pitching, absolutely 100%. But where are the bats? Numbers of the day, that involves strikeouts later. The numbers are ugly. Said that on Saturday. But 6 hits, I mean, this is a team that was collecting 10 or more hits almost every single game for a long stretch. Yes, there's a collective slump right now for this team. But with this team and the speed they have, they don't have to rely on the home run. They don't. But you struck out way too many times. When you have guys in the lineup the way they do with speed, you've got to put the ball in play. It's present-day baseball. Teams, front offices, coaching staffs, players are content with strikeouts. And I don't like it, especially for this Red Sox team. It's not necessarily a team that's built on speed, but they have speed, and they have to use it to their advantage. They've got plenty of stolen bases this year. But you go back to that Yankee game where they stole 9 bases, a franchise record. I think it was the series finale, and it was Sunday Night Baseball. How many games have the Red Sox had since then where stolen bases are actually a big part of a win? They'll pick up a stolen base here, pick up a stolen base there. It's hard to steal bases when you're behind, but even teams will allow that to happen now, but you better steal the bag. But how many games where the stolen base or stolen bases, multiple stolen bases for the Red Sox have actually had a big play and an impact on a game? No, they just get a couple of bags here and there. Again, Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Hit on the comments button. Let's get back to it. Andrew the GOAT is with us. So is Jules. Thank you, Jules. Bats will get hot again. I do agree. Texas, Jules, you're hitting it right on the head. Absolutely. Bats are going to get hot, and maybe they get hot as early as Monday night. But you also need the pitching. You need Bayo to be able to go. Need the pitchers, need the starters to be able to go. Right now, you're looking, and Jules, appreciate you checking in with us. You're going to be looking at some slugfests here over the next couple of weeks. You really are. There are going to be some slugfests, and you've got to win them. And Will Middlebrooks has alluded to it a handful of times, even this weekend. The Sox are never out of it. Today they were out of it, down 10-0, weren't coming back. But in a 4-0 game, in a 5-0 game, I've touched on the relievers. You've got your inning. You've got to have a shutdown inning. You're called upon. You need to do it. We haven't seen that of late. But a streak did come to an end. I'm not going to leave this one. And talking about the hitters, Red Sox streak of 51 straight games with an extra base hit came to an end on Sunday. 51 straight games. There's only been a handful of games this year where the Red Sox haven't had at least one extra base hit. 0 on Sunday. Dead bats. Again, you ran into 2 good pitchers, but those pitchers have had some clunkers this year, Arrighetti and Brown. They're hitting all the right notes right now. But 6 hits Friday, 6 hits Saturday, 6 hits Sunday. This offense is better than that. And this offense should never go into a collective swoon the way they had over the last 3 games. It's a scoreless game. Your starting pitcher is out of the game. You've got to figure out, let's try to get the bullpen a lead. Let's have them working in front rather than behind. Never happened on Sunday. Didn't give them an opportunity. But you're in that dugout. It's pick-me-up time. And the Red Sox, over the course of the season, you've seen guys pick other guys up. An error in the field or something like that. Pitcher bails out an infielder for an error on the infield. You've seen him pick them up. Didn't happen Sunday. Offense, 18 total hits to combine with a lot of strikeouts that will be part of numbers of the day coming up in segment number 3. It's the first time I've seen it. Collective slump. It's a collective slump right now for the team. Andrew the GOAT and Jules going back and forth. They're bringing up the Tampa Bay Rays. There you go, Andrew. Andrew the optimist. Andrew the GOAT, the optimist. I hope the Red Sox can get the Astros back at home, which is not this week, but the following week, that road trip through Baltimore and Houston. See, Andrew, glass half full. Yeah, go to Houston. You might be, and this has been a season. Sometimes, during the success that the Red Sox have had, you're hitting opponents at the right time. They didn't hit the Astros in the right time. The Astros are hitting. The Astros are getting pitching, even though they've had injuries. Remember, there's a big bat, Kyle Tucker, not in their lineup right now. Tucker's not there. It was a contusion on the knee. And you thought, okay, this has been a while for Kyle Tucker. He's a big bat in that lineup. And it was a contusion, so you think, okay, it's a bruise. It's not going to be that long. It was a bad one for Kyle Tucker, and he's missed an extended period of time here for the Red Sox. At-bat of the day for me, Bernardino in the 5th inning, giving up the 2 singles. Alex Bregman at the plate. Thought maybe called strike 3. Bregman out. Then it was going to be left on left. Bernardino against Alvarez. Instead, Bregman hits the 3-run home run. You boo Jose Altuve. Why doesn't Alex Bregman get the same? And he may have played his final game at Fenway during the regular season with the Astros. He's a free agent at the end of the year. He's an interesting free agent during the upcoming offseason, way down the road. But Alex Bregman with the home run, 3-run shot, 1-0 to a 4-0 lead. Alvarez followed with another home run. They added one more in that inning, 5 runs across in the frame for the Astros in that 5th inning, and then Garcia gave it up as well in the next inning. So Houston, thought I had it written down here somewhere. Oh, well, we'll move on from that. But at bat of the day, Bregman, the home run against Bernardino. That was that. That was the nail in the coffin. Alvarez again followed up with a home run. They went back-to-back, Bregman and Alvarez against Bernardino. Alvarez made it 5-0, third home run of the series. And at that point in time, right then and there, I was thinking Dom Smith's got the 9th inning. Dom Smith gave up a leadoff double and or leadoff base hit, and that was it. Got a double play ground ball. Dom Smith, 3 appearances, no runs allowed. Is he a reliever? No, he's the mop-up guy. Will Middlebrook said it. Hey, if he's on the mound, it's not a good day. That's the way it was. And I think Dave O'Brien came back and said, hey, well, he could also pitch in a 14-4 ball game or a lopsided ball game in the Red Sox favor. That hasn't happened with Dom Smith just yet. Andrew the GOAT, thank you. You're giving me a reminder as we're talking about the offense here. And I went back and forth all weekend on this. But Andrew the GOAT connecting with us again saying, Red Sox really missed Tyler O'Neill's bat during the series. Andrew, I think you hit it on the head. Is that the only reason they got swept? Absolutely not. But missing his bat in the lineup, yeah, that was big this weekend. It really was. It really was. Even with the 3 right-handers. You got right-hander going for the Rangers coming up in the series as well. And again, touching on the Rangers coming up in our next segment. Collective slump right now. Got to break out of it. And O'Neill, haven't heard anything about him over the last couple of days, but was ill during the Rangers series and then on the injured list with the Royals series. But they said when he was on the injured list with what is an infection in his calf, it's been a week of the calf for the Red Sox. O'Neill and Paxton on Sunday. They said once he's eligible to come off the injured list, he should be able to do that. Not going to need for an IL stint or a rehab stint, but O'Neill hopefully back over the next couple of days. So it's got to be a minimum, I think, of 7 days. We'll see how that goes going forward. Steve Lennox with you, Locked On Red Sox postcast. Hitting it up in our next segment. We're not scoreboard watching, but I'm going to give you an idea with the Red Sox. That's coming up next. Hey, Locked On Sports, and Locked On Boston, Locked On Red Sox postcast, Locked On Sports, your team every day, presented by Ibotta. It is summertime. That means barbecue season. Stock up on all of your grilling favorites. Earn cash back on every purchase when you use Ibotta. So you won't have to choose between burgers or hot dogs. You can get both. I like the thinking right there. Ibotta, free app that lets you earn cash back every time you shop. Earn on hundreds of items from groceries to beauty supplies, even toys, so you can make sure you're beating inflation no matter what you are purchasing. The average Ibotta user earns $256 per year. That could cover the cost of an entire shopping trip, that flight you've been eyeing, or the fancy dinner you've been craving. Other apps give you points that really don't amount to much. With Ibotta, you earn cash back that you can withdraw to your bank account, PayPal, or gift card. Simply add offers in the app, upload your receipt. Viola, the money is yours. It's in your pocket. You can save on over 2,400 brands and shop at over 1,000 retailers, including your favorite grocery stores like Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. It's time you join the over 50 million users who use Ibotta to earn cash back every time they shop. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 off just for trying Ibotta by using the code LOCKEDONMLB when you register. Just go to the App Store or Google Play, download the free app, and start earning cash back. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB. Again, just go to the App Store or Google Play Store, download the free Ibotta app to start earning cash back. And again, use the code LOCKEDONMLB. That's Ibotta in the Google Play or App Store, and use the code LOCKEDONMLB. Locked On Postcast, Locked On Red Sox Postcast, also brought to you by FanDuel. Hey, I love sports. I love them so much, I never want them to stop. But as the playoffs wind down, the Olympics wind down, we get fewer games. Sports aren't sportsing like I want them to. But at FanDuel, FanDuel does allows you to keep the sports going whenever we want. All we have to do is open up the app. Dream up bets anytime that you're in the mood. This summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a boost or a bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone every day, all summer long. So head over to FanDuel.com and start making the most out of your summer. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Going into Sunday, Jarren Duran was minus 170 to score a run. Jarren Duran was plus 170 to collect two or more hits. James Paxton was minus 152 for over on 3.5 strikeouts. Yordan Alvarez was plus 255 to hit a home run. Back-to-back with Bregman in the fifth inning against Bernardino. Wilyer Abreu was plus 470 on Sunday to hit a home run. Right now, Sox future bets, Sox plus 2,100 to win the AL pennant. Hey, hit us up on the X, formerly known as Twitter, at Lennox on Baseball. Again, subscribe to our Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Don't forget, share with your friends as well as we continue to build our audience along the way. We hit segment number 3. That means numbers of the day coming up in just a moment. Hey, I might have been wrong. And that happens on a daily occurrence at least once. Take the over. The over is 1.5 on me being wrong on any particular day. Take the over. I really thought 2 of the 3 wild cards were going to come out of the AL East or the AL Central. So you're looking at the Orioles, Yankees, Red Sox. In the Central, you're looking not really at the Guardians. All of a sudden, though, they've come back to the pack in the Central. But you were looking at the Twins and the Royals. And I really thought the Twins would fall off. They have not. In the West, you were thinking Mariners are winning the division. Well, the Astros have gotten back into that and actually overtaken the Seattle Mariners. Mariners have great pitching. You've seen that this weekend in the Mets series at home. They'll go for the series sweep Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. But right now you're looking at it, and I like to say in jest on occasion, hey, I'm not scoreboard watching, but I am scoreboard watching. Right now the Red Sox are 3 back of the Royals, who actually have an off day. There are 4 teams not playing on Sunday around Major League Baseball. That's interesting. Cardinals, Royals wrapped up their series on Saturday. I think the Cubs and White Sox are the other 2. White Sox can always use a day off or a rain out. But right now, you're looking at whoever doesn't win the West, they eat that other team. Astros win the West. Mariners are going to be in the thick of it, it looks like, for one of the 3 wild card spots. So you've added another team into the mix there. And that's pretty much it. The division leaders, Yankees, Red Sox in the East. In the Central, Royals and Twins. And now in the West, the 2 teams going at it for the division title, the Mariners and the Astros. Really, no one else for me is in the picture. What the Red Sox need to do right now is not worry about anybody else. Worry about what they're doing. Right the ship. Get back on track. Best you can. Numbers of the day in just a moment, but we want to remind you to keep up with the New England Patriots. Preseason with Mike Debate, Locked On Patriots. Patriots winning their preseason opener last Thursday, now gearing up for their second preseason game, and that might be the most important now that where you have a 3 preseason game schedule. Patriots in action this Thursday against the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Debate has you covered with all of the Patriot preseason storylines. Locked On Patriots available with Mike Debate wherever you get your podcast. Numbers of the day. Just like Saturday, they're really not pretty. I already mentioned one streak coming to an end for the Red Sox. No extra base hits, 6 hits total, and Sunday's loss. 51 straight games with an extra base hit. That stretch comes to an end on Sunday. And I said this during the last series, and I said I don't want to jinx it, and I didn't. The Red Sox did get 2 runs on Sunday, losing 10-2. But they've now gone 59 straight games without being shut out. I'll bet the farm right now, or at least I'll bet myself a nickel. Inflation, remember. Quarter bet is down to a nickel bet. I'll bet right now, I'll bet myself a nickel the Red Sox do not get shut out over the next 3 games against the Texas Rangers. 40 strikeouts in 3 games against Astros pitching. 12 on Friday, 15 against Arrighetti in the bullpen on Saturday, and 13 against Hunter Brown, who got the win, and the bullpen on Sunday. 40 strikeouts. You cannot do it if you cannot do that. You've got O'Neill. You've got Devers out of the lineup on Sunday. You need to put the ball in play. Use the speed to your advantage. And early on, even though you lost your starting pitcher 5 pitches into the game, it's a scoreless ball game until the 3rd. It's a 1-0 game until the 5th inning. Bats have gone quiet. They really have. 18 hits total, 6 in each of the 3 games against Houston. Houston has good pitching. Is the pitching really that good? 40 strikeouts, 18 hits total? The answer is no. The answer is no. Have one more here for you. Bullpen needed to get 25 outs. They did, but Dom Smith got the last 3. And that tells you what you need to know about the Red Sox from Sunday. What's on tap? Rangers wrapping up their series in New York Sunday. Now off to Boston. First of 3 against the Rangers with the Red Sox at Fenway on Monday. TBA, to be announced for the starting pitcher Monday and Wednesday for the Rangers. You're not going to see Nathan Eovaldi. Max Scherzer is not coming back anytime soon, it looks like. Bayo gets a start in Game 1. Red Sox have won Bayo's previous 3 outings. He's got 4 straight no decisions. No decision last time out against the Royals earlier this week, 4 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs allowed. Red Sox won the game 6-5, held on late. Red Sox are 6-1 in his last 7 outings. His last loss came on June 25th at home against the Blue Jays. We better repeat that number after the game on Monday with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. Mayo can take another decision, but the Red Sox need to win Monday night to get back in a positive mindset here. Win at home, win Game 1, go from there. Nick Pivetta has been moved back. Cutter Crawford, Tanner Houck, Games 2 and 3 of the Rangers series, Tuesday and Wednesday. Nick Pivetta is now scheduled to go Game 1 of the Orioles series on Thursday, and it looks like he's going to go up against Zach Eflin. Eflin right now scheduled to go in Game 1 for Baltimore at Camden Yards on Thursday. Eflin picked up from the Rays by the Orioles back on July 26th, just before the trade deadline. Actually made a start with the Orioles before the deadline. 3 starts, 3 wins. So that's looking ahead. Right now you have to look to Monday. It's going to be some moves on Monday. There has to be. I'll take Quinn Priester. I'll take Richard Fitz joining the rotation. Let's see what they can do, because we have a pretty good book on everyone else the Red Sox have used this year, whether in a starting role or in relief. Hey, we thank our sponsors, Supply House, Ibotta, and FanDuel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast does follow each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Also on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. We always encourage the back and forth. Jules, Andrew the Goat, thank you very much for participating with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Again, we do go live within minutes of the last out with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Sports Boston, your number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day.